let's rock and roll with the college football rapid fire. We're going to do 5 games in 5-ish minutes, and we're going to start it out with the Buckeyes at the Terrapins. OSU is taking on Maryland. Ohio State's a big favorite. Didn't think they wouldn't be. It's 27.5, and the total is 63.5. What do you got going on here?
Yeah, Ohio State has the biggest game of their season next week. Next week is going to make or break their season. I think this is one of those games where they have to be clicking on all cylinders. I do like the under in this game because I don't think Maryland's going to score many points. But I think the Ohio State offense is going to prove a point, make it an issue to show they are dominant, show they are ready to go. They're heading into a big game next week, like I said. But a blowout win here puts them in a much better spot if they were to lose next week. So I'm going to go with the Buckeyes to continue to roll and just blow Maryland out of the stadium to cover this big number.
That's a good call there. Okay, so Wisconsin is at Nebraska on this next one here. Wisconsin minus 10.5. The total's 39.5. How are we going to do this one?
Yeah, I think this is a pride game for Wisconsin. Wisconsin, they've had an off year. They've been below their standards this year. Nebraska, new coach, jumping around. They've been so streaky. They lost to Georgia Southern early. They blew that game overseas. I think Wisconsin's going to take this game in blowout fashion. I think Wisconsin will finally put it all together and get the big win and cover to salvage a little bit of their season against one of their old foes.
Yes, one of their old rivals. All right, we've got Miami taking on Clemson in the ACC. Miami's minus 19 and the total's 48.
Yeah, I don't really trust either one of these teams. Clemson, even when they were winning, when they were ranked, I didn't really trust them. Both of these teams have a lot of holes in their defense. Both teams can actually score the ball pretty well. I do think Clemson will be able to get a home win this week over an ACC rival, but I think 48 is too low. I think this game's going to see the 50s or 60s for sure, as both teams can move the ball and both teams have trouble tackling. So I'm going to go with the over as Miami takes on Clemson.
The line's already moving that way, so I like it. And yeah, both of these teams stink at covering, so don't need to get onto a side in this one. Talk to me about Texas. TCU minus 2.5 at Baylor. Total on this one's 58.
Yeah, just like I said with Ohio State just a minute ago, TCU has to keep rolling. They have their fate in their hands. They're in as of now. They have to keep winning, and I think they're going to do just that. They have so much to play for. They've never had a chance this late in the season to get there, and they are right there on the cusp, right there on the edge. I think they're going to get past Baylor, as Baylor is another one of those teams who have had a down off year, and they've struggled this season. And I think TCU has too much to play for, too much on the line. It's not a far trip. I think TCU will travel. Their fans will be there. They'll be purple in that stadium. It'll be loud. I'm going to take TCU to keep winning and cover this small number.
I like it. I like that one a lot. Man, that Texas game was a good one. All right, let's move into USC at UCLA. Talk about rivals. Here we go. SoCal minus 2.5. The total 75.5. That's a big old number, and I'm sure it's big for a reason. What do you say, Cam?
Yeah, both of these teams offensively are a smoke show. It may get up there. Both of these teams may get in the 40s, high 30s at least. The total could be at risk in this game. But I'm going to go with the home dog here. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he figures out ways to win, and I think he's going to be the best player on the field. USC's been really streaky throughout this season, and I don't think they're going to have a good enough spy because, just like I said, Thompson-Robinson, he can throw the ball, he can put it on you, but if you wait too long and you stop looking, he's going to run for 40 yards, and I don't think USC will have a defensive answer for that, and I think the USC offense will sputter some in this game as the UCLA fans will be loud and that stadium will be going. So I'm going to take the Bruins to cover, and I'm probably going to sprinkle on that juice money line as well.
Yeah, I was wondering if part of that loss to Arizona that the Bruins had last week was due to a look-ahead spot to USC this week. USC covered generously last week against Colorado, but I like the home dog in this spot for sure. All right, everybody, that was your college football rapid fire with Cam Ross. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern with tons of free football picks for you. So don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button. Then your phone will remind you every time there's free picks to be watched.